This is the all-new Jasion RetroVolt electric bike. I'm going to give a brief overview of the features of this bike, and then I'm going to get it out and take it for a ride. And I'm also going to do a top speed run, and I'm going to validate that with the GoPro telemetry data because the screen is off it inaccurate at the higher speeds. A link to this bike is above and also in the description. Now, this bike I purchased with my own money. None of my bike reviews have ever been sponsored or given to me, so they're fair and honest. So let's jump into the features of this bike. It comes with a 48 volt 13 amp hour battery that's mated to a 750 watt hub motor, so it is a class 3 e-bike. It does peak at 1200 watts. It's quite torquey, which is nice for a bike of this price point. Now, the one unique features about this bike is a full suspension fat tire e-bike with a cargo rack. Many full suspension e-bikes do not have this cargo rack option. Now, you can buy a padded seat that installs here, or you can buy a cargo rack from Jasion. So it's your option. There are these foldable pegs, so if you do put that seat on there, you can carry an extra rider. It also has an optional cargo rack that mounts easily on the front. Now, it comes with a 7-speed shifter here up front, and then the gears are in the back. It has a protector for the transmission. It's a half twist throttle. You can also pedal it. It comes with both front and rear disc brakes. They are mechanical. Front and rear fenders. It has a headlight, tail light. Now, the tail light has directionals. They're only in the rear. But what I really like about this, it's a full color screen, and it has this really cool cruise control feature. So if you're riding, you can hit that cruise control and it will maintain that speed. It's 5 pedal assist modes. It's a very comfortable riding position. So without further ado, let's get out there and take this for a ride and do that top speed run. Please like and subscribe. Let's do a speed test here. Got this long straightaway. This will be no pedaling. Let's see what the motor peaks at. I'm at 1300 watts. 20 miles an hour in about 10 seconds. Speedometer says 26. GPS says 25. It's off by maybe 1 or 2 miles an hour. I'm going to get low and see if I can't get a higher speed. Speedometer says 30. GPS says 29. Looks like a storm's coming. All right, GPS says 29.4. The speedometer said about 30 and a half miles an hour. That's what I expected, 29 to 30 miles an hour. We're gonna do another speed run downwind. Let's do a speed test here. We'll use reset. We're in pedal assist mode 5. Get to 20 miles an hour in 10 seconds. It says 23. Factory speedometer says 26. Getting a little closer. It's about 1 to 2 miles per hour off. Gonna get low. Got to 28. Come on. Watts are peaking at 1250. All right, speedometer said about 30. The GPS said about 30. Let's see what the max was. 29.7 is what it recorded. So we'll validate that with the GoPro telemetry data. The bike's definitely nice and comfortable at high speeds. but it definitely does 29 to 30 miles an hour. Pretty respectable for a bike of this price point. Let's go ahead and take this thing off-road and see how it does. So on the concrete, it's definitely a nice ride. Good, comfortable riding position. Throttles up nicely. Let's take this off-road and see how it does. This is some light off-road. Handles it just fine. No problem. We'll try getting into some rougher stuff. Gets up and goes. Seat's a little squeaky. Might have to look into fixing that. But let's see how it does in this thicker grass. No problem. Rips through here. I mean, the suspension's a little jarring. It's what I expected for a bike of this price point. But it manages it. I may upgrade it to an air suspension. But easily do 20 miles an hour or more off-road. Can definitely handle the sand and the grass. No issues. It's picking up speed as we go. Brakes do a decent job. I wish that the brakes were hydraulics, but that should be an easy upgrade. This will be a good test up here when I jump the sidewalk. See how decent. Yeah, it does all right. So in conclusion, the bike probably does about 29, 30 miles an hour top speed. I really like that it's a full suspension and it has this cargo rack option. You can put a seat on here and ride an extra rider if you want. Now, some of the negatives of the bike I'm going to get into. I wish the battery was more of a 15 amp hour or 18 amp hour so you'd get a more range. I estimate that this 13 amp hour would give you only about 18 miles of throttle only. Now, you could go further or farther if you were to pedal or drop in pedal assist modes. If it was a 15 or 18 amp hour, you could easily get into the 25 to 30 mile range on the battery. So the motor is great. I like that it peaks at 1200 watts. It torquey off-road when you need it. The fat tires handle the sand and dirt. I like the fenders, keeps the dirt down. And obviously the suspension could be improved. This is kind of a low rent suspension, but this fork should be easily upgraded because it's not a triple crown. So a mountain bike air fork would be a big improvement, and an air shock on the back, and probably upgrade to hydraulic brakes, and this bike would be sitting nice, and it's nice and comfortable. Like I said, this is a very unique feature, having a cargo rack on a full suspension e-bike. I hope you liked this video. Subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching.